in more ways than one, right? But glad to have all of you with us. Thanks so much for being here. Eric Thies is here. Nice to see you.
Good to be here with you.
Listen, this is a pressure cooker. Like, you kind of feel like pressure cookers. I've seen them. This pressure cooker has made pressure cooking so easy. It's doing great out there in the market. At QVC, it's sold out the last 2 times it's been on the air.
Yeah.
Under $100, some things that you'll only get here at QVC, and this is really the offer. Power Pressure is the brand, right, Eric?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
So Power Pressure is the brand, and this is a pressure cooker XL Plus, 6-quart capacity, glass lid that you only get here at QVC, which is right over here. Plus, we're also including this little power chopper and a little guide booklet with some recipes. It's under $100, which I think is fantastic. 4 payments of Easy Pay, and let's tell you about the value that we've put together here for you too, because when you look at this, just the pressure cooker alone is $127 with that and the chopper. The glass lid's another $9, so $136 is your retail, $99.98 is our price. But take me through this. When I looked at the front of it, what I loved was the things I feel like I'm going to cook most in the pressure cooker. You've kind of already figured those things out for me with just one button.
We tried to make it one button operation. You know, it's so much fun to be able to present the Power Pressure Cooker here on QVC. So I feel it's like my own backyard, right?
Right.
So, you know, you may have seen it out there. This is the original one. So, you know, you want to make sure you get the original Power Pressure Cooker. So with one touch of a button, you can make things like pot roast, ribs, in a fraction of the time, under power, under pressure. So what you're doing in essence is you're pounding your food with flavor because of all that pressure. So I'm gonna stop talking for 1 second, and you know what we're gonna do? We call this the Power Pressure Cooker because it's really big. It's 6 full quarts. Now look at this. I'm just gonna dump this out.
Oh my gosh.
Take a look at that beautiful pot roast.
Smells amazing.
It smells amazing. Let me hit it with some herbs.
And this is really, I want to just jump in and let you know that while we're talking about it as a pressure cooker, it's really a multi-cooker because you could brown that beef in here before you got started.
Yes.
And if you wanted to do a slow cooker mode on this, you could do that too. But by doing it under pressure, you're infusing that meat with amazing flavor. You're cooking the food in less time than it would normally take, and you're able to put good homemade food on the table for your family.
It's true. You know, it's traditional results in a fraction of the time.
Love that.
Now, so what you're doing is you're getting speed, you're getting power, you're getting pressure. It's making your life easier, and you know what? You are keeping more real estate on your countertop. You know why? Because you don't need a slow cooker, you don't need a pressure cooker, you can boil water in here, you can sear in here. Now, let me kind of take you through what I did to make that beautiful pot roast.
Great.
We didn't leave you hanging, we're giving you over 30 recipes. I just literally plugged it in. I hit the chicken meat button, and it automatically turns into a sear mode. Look at this. Guys, look at the beautiful, I'm gonna take it out so you can see it.
That beautiful.
Look at the beautiful sear that we're getting on that. Now, I've already set it. Now, this is how hard it is to pressure cook. I seared it. Now, you know what? You don't have to sear if you don't want to. I like the extra flavor that it gives. I'm just gonna add my vegetables. You always need at least a cup to a cup and a half of some kind of liquid.
Right.
In this case, we're using stock, but you can use whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then
you could add some red wine into that if you wanted to, right? For some nice flavor.
Now, that's it. I lock the lid on and make sure that the pressure valve is on pressure. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show you. It's in the off mode now. When you turn it on, it's on. I press the chicken meat button right here. 40 minutes, it's already there. In about 3 seconds, this panel's gonna spin. When it starts spinning, boom, it goes into sear mode. I didn't have to do anything.
Wow.
Put my meat in, sear it, put my liquid in, put the lid on. It will automatically start counting down in 40 minutes, all the way to 0. And then it switches to a keep warm mode for 4 hours.
Nice.
So even if you don't get back in time, doesn't matter.
It's gonna keep it warm.
It's gonna keep it warm, and you're gonna be ready to eat whenever you're ready.
Let's show you some animation too. I think that's always helpful in sort of understanding what's happening in these cookers.
Okay, so inside a pressure cooker, normally on a stovetop you cook 212 degrees when there's liquid involved. The pressure cooker takes it all the way up to 240 degrees. So you're cooking hotter, you're cooking faster, and when you cook hotter and faster, things are more juicy and tender. We have one touch operation. With the touch of one button, guys, you can make everything that I'm showing here. It's that easy. In the Power Pressure Cooker, you have power and pressure and flavor.
It's that great stainless steel look, so
Oh,
it's going to be
beautiful.
great with all of your stainless steel appliances. And again, it's the idea of, oh gosh, you got home later than you expected. Now what are you going to do for dinner? If you have a pressure cooker, things that take hours now go into like 30 to 45 minutes.
Right, it's a fraction
Pot
of the
roast
time.
that might normally take in your oven a couple of hours, now you're doing it with the potatoes and carrots and everything else in 40 minutes. And it's delicious, homemade, flavorful food. Plus, they've made such improvements too, Eric, in the safety aspect.
Oh,
I mean, there
yeah.
are still people who are like a little wigged out about the idea
Yeah,
of
I
a pressure
understand
cooker,
that.
right? But this doesn't go on your stovetop. You're just plugging it in. It's an
No, it doesn't.
electric model, and it has great safety features built in
It does,
too.
and I'll talk about that in a second too. But here, again, we call it the Power Pressure Cooker XL for a reason. It's 6 full quarts. I have 3 chickens in here. I stuffed these with honey bells. But what I'm gonna do is just gonna dump them out because you gotta see how much food is in here. Ooh, this is hot.
Well, that
Take a look
6
at that.
quarts makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does make
yeah,
a difference.
it makes a difference.
So let's take a look at our chicken. Now, I did a Facebook video. It's up there on YouTube for everybody. Look at this chicken fall apart.
Wow.
I give you this recipe and I take you step by step on how to make it. It's on my Facebook page. It's on my website. It's just Eric Thies. You can find me, ericthies.com on Facebook. I give you the recipe. It's so easy. I did this in 40 minutes. Now,
But not 1 chicken, 3 chickens.
3
so
whole chickens.
with this
Now,
whole theme
look at
of
this sauce that it comes with.
budget-friendly, make-ahead meals, you can do 3 chickens, turn one into one flavor, turn another into making chicken salad, turn another into chicken that you can
Oh.
use in a pasta salad recipe,
yeah,
recipe, right?
no question.
I mean, I love that. What kind of sauce did
Look
you
at
put on
this.
there, Eric?
Now this, I literally just used fresh oranges. In the recipe, I used blood oranges, but for our purposes here today, of course, I used the honey bells. Why
Yeah,
not?
nice.
So I just stuffed them with these beautiful oranges, and then I pureed the sauce in the Vitamix. You don't have to do that. I just like the yield. I think it's a beautiful color. It's really just oranges and onions pounded with flavor in the pressure cooker. Did it with one touch of one button. It couldn't be any easier.
It's fast, it's easy, it's a multi-cooker. I mean, of course, it's a pressure cooker, but the fact that you can brown in it, the fact that you could put this onto a slow mode, right, and do it like a slow cooker,
That's exactly
I
right.
think that's great because I think there are those of you who are very loyal to that slow cooker way of cooking, and you almost feel like you're betraying that tradition a little bit if you go the pressure cooker way.
Well, you know, even
but
on
if you
the-
had one device that allowed you to do both,
Can you imagine?
there are times where you're going to want to do those home felt recipes the slow cooker way because you've always done them that way. But there are going to be times where the ability to get a broth on the table in 15 minutes is going to save you. You're buying yourself time is what you're doing. It's more time with your family. It's better conscious eating because you're doing things yourself instead of relying on things in a can
Yep.
where you can't control the sodium and you can't control the ingredients. But I love items like this that really allow you to take the food you love and the ingredients you love and find a way to still get it on the table for your family fast.
Yeah, I mean, come on, why buy mac and cheese out? Why get that frozen stuff? You
Right.
can make this at home. You can do this in 10 minutes. I did it from dry pasta, you guys.
Wow.
You can cook pasta in here. There's no stock pot, no straining, no draining. It's dishwasher safe. This insert that you've seen me take out, it goes right into the dishwasher. You can make macaroni and cheese, bacon macaroni and cheese. It's so good, you guys. I'm telling you.
For a crowd, look at that.
Are you
For the
serious?
big
Look.
football game next weekend? I mean, look at
This is
all
one
that mac
portion
and
I took
cheese
out of here.
that you could make for a crowd.
I could probably get 16 portions out of here. It's that fantastic and delicious. If you want to try it,
Yeah, I'd love to try it.
please do. This is our bacon mac and cheese.
But I think it's fun, like once you learn how to do a mac and cheese basic in here,
Yes.
then you go to town. You do a buffalo chicken mac and cheese mixed in
That's
with
exactly
blue cheese.
right.
You
But-
take the chicken that you made the other day
Make a
and
chicken
throw
mac
that
and
in and make a
cheese.
chicken buffalo
Yeah.
mac, right? You can do Greek flavors,
And you know what? You're
for
pounding.
cheese.
You get to pound. I like to say pound it with flavor because the pressure cooker
That is
infuses
delicious.
the food with flavor. So no matter what you're cooking, even if you did your pasta up, we caught you.
I know.
If you did your pasta
Not hard to
in
do.
broth or wine instead
Wow.
of water, it actually permeates the food. It's infused with flavor, and
Good.
it couldn't be easier to use. Here's some cooking times,
Yeah.
guys. It's just this easy. Pot roast can take 4 to 6 hours, right? In the oven, it's 15 minutes per pound under pressure. It's that simple. 12 minutes per pound for rump roast. Think of all the savings. You know,
How about the electricity savings? Just not for nothing, but like leaving your oven on for 2 or 3 or 4 hours for a recipe when I can get it done in
Right.
25, 40 minutes.
Well, why wouldn't you cook it faster if you could?
If it turned out the same.
It turns out
That's sometimes better.
Always better.
Always better. Here's what we have for you, and this
Yeah.
is why it's exciting. And you've probably seen the infomercial with Eric. We've sold out of this the last 2 times it's been on the air, and here's why. We're not just giving you the Power Pressure Cooker XL Plus. We're also including that glass lid. Why is that a big deal? Why do people love that?
Because it's a slow cooker too. So you put the glass lid on it, and you feel like you're slow cooking right on your stove.
Yeah, right. Or once you like release the pressure and you're just keeping it warm, right? You can just put the glass lid back on, and it makes it easier for people to come serve.
I have examples of all the reasons why the glass lid is a great addition.
You get this little power chopper, which is great. You're getting the little booklets here to give you recipes. So we give you everything you need. It's $25 a month on Easy Pay, and you even get this little insert rack, right?
Yeah. So you get 2 racks, one for canning and one for steaming. But look at how ingenious the steaming rack is, and then we're gonna get to more food. It just slips on just like this. So it's got a little spot there.
Almost
for
like if I was poaching salmon and stuff, right?
Or you want to do your vegetables on top.
Could I do food on top and something else down below, right?
Absolutely.
So could I rice on the bottom and veg on top,
yes.
right?
This way, sometimes you don't want to mix everything.
Love that. Here's the value again, everybody. $127 is the normal price for your Power Pressure Cooker XL and the chopper. We're giving you that glass lid too, so that would be $136. We're still under $100. Plus, when you're doing that Power Pressure XL at $127, there's no Easy Pay. There is Easy Pay today, so take advantage of that 4 payments of $25. All right, let's do a couple quick things here,
so
Eric.
you know what? Again, with the Power Pressure Cooker, you get one-touch operation. How about being able to pressure can, in the Power Pressure Cooker with the touch of one button, okay? So these are the standard ball jars.
Yep.
12 ounces or 16 ounces. 4 of them fit in here. People ask me this all the time. You put them on the rack, you add your water, and remember, because you're power cooking, because you're using the Power Pressure Cooker XL and you're pressure cooking, instead of canning at 212 degrees, it's safer because now we stretch that temperature up to 240 degrees. You could never do that traditionally on a stovetop. We give you a power canning guide, so we're not leaving you hanging with that either. So I can't talk about pressure cooking without
ribs.
You gotta do the ribs,
right?
guys. Take a look at what happens when you use the Power Pressure Cooker.
You can't even grab it out of there because the bones just like release, right?
Watch this bone fall right out. Are you serious?
So all you're left with, no waste here.
Look at this.
You're just left with delicious, fall off the bone flavor. So good. And how long does that take, Eric?
This takes about 30 minutes.
30. And look how many ribs are in there. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, how many racks are there? 3 full racks? 3 full racks of ribs in here. Oh, you got to try that.
Yeah, I'm just going
Here,
in.
take this
I'm
right
not,
here
I'm
off
so
the top.
like rude, aren't I?
I mean,
wow.
Right? So I cooked them right in the
Tender.
barbecue sauce. I didn't cook them first and then put the barbecue sauce on.
So good.
Yeah, and you know what?
So good.
Like Jill said, if you want to slow cook them, go ahead. But if you want to cook them in a fraction of the time with more flavor, under pressure in the Power Pressure Cooker, it's a great way to go. You know,
about 1,000 of these have now been ordered. We're busy on the phones. You've seen this twice before. It's sold out both times. Today you're getting that Easy Pay, so take advantage of that. Is this French onion soup?
this is French onion soup.
This is like one recipe. I mean, I consider
look at
myself
this.
a pretty good cook. This is one recipe I don't have a really good recipe for,
Oh, really?
and I love that you're doing it in this.
Look at the meat. I'm sorry, the meat. Look at the bread and the cheese. Is that absolutely gorgeous? It
The
is
onions.
delicious.
Oh my gosh! On a cold day when snow's coming, come on.
But you know what? I didn't have to simmer it all day. You know, normally
Right.
soups and stews, all day cooking. You can do this in 10 minutes in the Power Pressure Cooker.
Wow, 10 minutes
10
away
minutes.
from
Look
your
at
own
this.
crock
It's so good.
of soup. All right, bring it
Can
on.
I give you stop?
Give
You
me
know
a
what?
fork.
I'll give you a fork. That was your other one. We got to get to the.
right.
We have to get to the lasagna.
All right.
Because while you're, let me see that. It's
Awesome.
good, right? Okay. So.
Like not even just good, it's great.
When we talk about pasta,
Really good.
people are like, can you really cook pasta in the pressure cooker? You absolutely can. You saw me do the mac and cheese. Here is a lasagna. Would you mind holding that plate?
No.
Because this is
Lasagna in a
yeah.
pressure cooker.
Look at this. This is deep.
Not on the slow cooker mode.
No, no, no.
On the pressure
Look
cooker
at this. Oh,
mode.
excuse my finger. Are you serious?
Wow, there's meatballs
Are
in
you
the
serious right
lasagna
there? Of
that you
course
did
there
in
are.
the pressure cooker. And what are we talking time?
So we're talking about 20 minutes, not even, 15 minutes, I think, for the lasagna. It's in the manual. Don't worry. We don't leave you
Wow.
hanging with the recipe. So it's going to be cheesy and delicious, and it's going to taste like lasagna that you baked in the oven. The only difference is you pounded it with flavor in the pressure cooker.
Wow.
Right?
Would have never known.
1 pot.
Like, why do you care how they made it? It's just really good. And you did it in 20 minutes.
I did, and you know what? I didn't have to
20
boil
minutes.
the water and then take the noodles out. You know you have to do that?
Yes.
It's really hard. You do it in here, 1 pot meal,
So I don't
1
even
pot to
cook my
clean.
noodles. I just put my noodles in there.
Everything, with the sauce, everything.
So you could do that like a baked ziti, right? You could do that as your
No
lasagna. You
question.
could do it all different kinds of dishes. Do I have time to go to the phones really
Okay,
quick?
yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it. I want to talk
quick.
to somebody.
Tony's calling from Colorado. Tony, it's Jill, and I'm here with Eric. How are you?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Do you have this pressure cooker?
Yes, I just received it yesterday.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So have you tried it yet?
Yes, I have. I didn't realize I was going to get it as quickly as I did, and I made your ribs.
Okay.
Oh.
And the
They
verdict?
were absolutely delicious.
Great.
And how easy was it to use?
Oh, it was very easy. What I'm really pleased about, it's very easy to get the pot out of the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
The one I had before, I really had to fight with. I couldn't get it out. It was too hot.
Okay.
And then were you
This
able
one
to
here
throw
is
it in the
really easy.
dishwasher?
I'm really happy with that.
Was the cleanup easy?
The cleanup's very easy, but what I'm really happy about is when I was sautéing the onions. When you add the onions to it, sometimes it brings the heat down. It doesn't saute because
okay.
it's cold. You know, the onions are kind of colder than what the pot is. It stayed at that temperature.
Good.
The other one I had before, which, you know, like I said, I just got it, is that I'm sure that when I sear the meat, when I turn that meat over, I'm sure it's going to be able to sear the other side without having to take it out of the pan and putting it on the skillet.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, we
Seems
showed
like
that
it
earlier.
retains the heat.
We showed that earlier, Tony, on how beautifully this can really sear your food
It's fully powered.
before you start the pressure cooking
Right.
process. Well,
Right.
listen, you're only 1 day in, but we'd love to hear
I'm
from
1
you
day in.
again once you try some more recipes. Okay.
Yeah.
Try some pasta.
Well, I've had other electric pressure cookers, so I'm already happy with this.
look
I
at
have
this.
a question.
Sure. Real quick.
And because of the state, I live in Colorado. I have a hard time with rice, whether it's the white rice, the
the
brown
altitude.
rice. It never fluffs up. It never cooks completely.
Are you over 2,000 feet in altitude?
Oh, we're at 5,000 something.
Okay, so you have to cook everything a little bit longer. So
Right, and sometimes I have to add a little bit more water, but still,
Yeah.
I still have water in the bottom, and the rice is still fairly hard.
Any ideas?
there's a lot of, depending on the altitude, you have to add a certain amount of time for each one. I don't have all those facts in my head, but if you
Oh, that's
find me
fine.
on Facebook, it's just Eric Thies, find my public page, message me,
Okay.
and I will get you all the information that you need, I promise.
That sounds very
Oh,
good.
good,
And the reason
Tony.
I'm buying this because, Eric, I bought other items from you through QVC, and I'm very happy with QVC and also
Oh,
with
you know what?
Eric.
You have no idea
Thanks.
how much that means to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Tony,
you.
thank you. Enjoy the rest of our cook event today.
I will do that, and thank you again.
Don't forget to message me, okay? I'll take care of you.
I won't. I
All
will
right.
do that. Thank
Great.
you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, so, well, you need a fork now.
I'm just gonna.
How about a spoon? Listen, stay on the line if you're dialing in. We're busy for this. 2,000 of these now ordered on Easy Pay. Take advantage of that.